We're going to do a chest and shoulder stretch, which is good for people who spend long periods of time sitting at a desk. To do this stretch, begin by standing with your knees slightly bent. Place your palms on your lower back just above your hips with your fingers pointing downward. Gently push your hips forward while squeezing your shoulder blades. Hold this for 5 to 15 seconds, making sure that you breathe while you do it. Use this stretch after you've been sitting for an extended period of time. After you've been sitting for long periods of time, it's very common to develop tightness in your hamstrings and your low back. The following stretch will help correct that. From a standing position, shift your body weight onto your left leg, flex your right ankle and place your right heel approximately 6 inches forward onto the floor. With your hands, push your hips back until you feel a stretch in the back of your right thigh. It's your hamstring muscle. Hold this stretch for an easy 5 to 15 seconds, making sure that you breathe throughout. Use a chair or something stable for balance if you need to. After about 15 seconds, repeat on the opposite side. Through relaxed practice, learn to feel balanced and comfortable in this stretch. After hours of typing, it's common to develop a forward-facing posture with slumping shoulders. We're going to demonstrate an upper back and side stretch that can help rectify that. This stretch can be done from a seated or standing position. While seated, interlace your fingers above your head and with your palms facing upward, push your arms slightly back and up. Feel the stretch in your arms, shoulders, and upper back. Hold for 5 to 15 seconds, making sure that you don't hold your breath. From the standing position, once your arms are overhead, keep your knees slightly bent and lean slightly to one side to increase the stretch. Again, hold for 5 to 15 seconds and then repeat on the opposite side. This is an excellent stretch that you can do anywhere, anytime, and is great for helping with slumping shoulders. We'll now demonstrate a stretch for the quadriceps muscles in the front of the thigh. Stand and extend your foot behind you, placing the top of the foot on a chair or table at a comfortable height. Make sure that the surface you use is stable and won't roll or move. Think of gently pushing your hips forward while flexing your butt muscles. This will create a stretch for the hip in front of your thigh, your quadriceps muscles. Keep your chest up and the standing knee slightly bent. The foot on the floor should be pointed straight ahead. Hold this stretch for 5 to 15 seconds and then switch to the other side. The stretch can be increased by slightly bending the knee of the supporting leg a little bit more. If necessary, use a chair or something stable for balance. As a variation, you can stand on the right leg and bend your left leg behind you and grasp the ankle or pant leg, pulling the ankle toward the back of the thigh. Keep the knees close together throughout. Again, use a chair or something stable for balance if necessary. After 5 to 15 seconds of holding, repeat on the opposite side. From a seated or a standing position, you can stretch your upper spine and neck. Interlace your fingers behind your head at about ear level. Slowly pull your head forward until you feel a slight stretch in the back of the neck. Make sure you don't pull too hard and breathe throughout. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds and then slowly return to the starting position. To stretch the side of your neck effectively, stand up and place your right arm behind your back, grasping your right wrist with your left hand. Pull your right arm down and across gently while leaning your head sideways toward your left shoulder. Hold an easy stretch, making sure you breathe throughout for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then repeat on the other side. We'll now demonstrate a stretch for the adductor muscles of the inner thigh. Stand up and place your hands on your hips with your legs about 2 to 3 feet apart. Shift your weight to one side while slightly bending the knee on that same side. Hold this for 5 to 15 seconds and then repeat on the opposite side. To stretch the gluteus muscles of the buttocks, sit in a chair with knees bent at 90 degrees and feet flat on the floor. Keep your left foot on the floor and raise your right foot and place the right ankle on the left knee. Place the left hand on the right ankle to secure it and place the right hand on the right knee. At this point, you may already feel a little bit of a stretch in the right hip. To increase it, slowly bend forward. Hold this for 5 to 15 seconds, remembering to breathe throughout, and then repeat on the opposite side. To stretch your lower back, while seated, place your hands on your thighs. Lean forward while sliding your hands along the front of your legs to stretch and help take the pressure off your low back. When you feel a mild stretch, hold for 5 to 15 seconds. And even if you don't feel a stretch, this is still very good for circulation. Put your hands on your thighs to help push your body back to an upright position gently. To stretch your chest, shoulders, and arms, stand up and interlace your fingers behind your back. Slowly turn your elbows inward while straightening your arms. Hold this for 5 to 10 seconds. If you find that feels fairly easy, then lift your arms up behind you, bringing them away from your low back until you feel more of a stretch. And again, hold for another 5 to 10 seconds. To stretch your forearms, wrists, and hands, interlace your fingers, lift your arms straight out in front of your body, and turn your palms out away from your body. Hold this stretch for 5 to 10 seconds. As an alternative, you can do each arm individually. Begin by holding your right arm straight out in front of you, bend the hand up, palm facing away from the body, and gently pull on all your fingers at once until you feel a stretch. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Next, bend that same hand down with your palm facing the body and gently pull all fingers at once until you feel a stretch. Hold for another 5 to 10 seconds and then repeat both movements on the opposite side.